Okay guys, I guess I'm taping. I don't know what's going on as far as when I've been riding. I know my last video was about a month ago. But I'm pretty sure I've been riding since then. I started that without the choke on, which could be why I got that backfire. But anyway, at some point, what's today? Today is Sunday, October, I don't know, I think it's October 23rd. So it's been about a month since I last posted anything on YouTube. And what happened was, I want to say about maybe 3 weeks ago, I went out for a ride and the bike started throwing an engine light code. Didn't know what it was. So I called the fellow that had done the oil change, and he said to bring it in. So I took it into his shop and actually left it so he could read the codes and take care of the problem. So he called me the day after I dropped it off and said that there was a fault on the cam positioning sensor, so he had to pull the engine apart and take a look. And for the last year or so, I've been concerned about the cam chain tensioners on this bike going bad, because everything you see about it is that they do go bad. But anyways, it turns out they were not that bad, but one of the bearings in the cam plate had failed, which I guess is also a thing with these older twin cam motors. So anyway, as it turns out, he was going to rebuild the cam chest with the Feuling aftermarket hydraulic cams tensioners, which are more reliable and less prone to wearing out as the spring type that was on here. And then as soon as he said Feuling, it dawned on me that last year I was daydreaming about putting the Feuling 525 camshafts in the bike. And I mentioned that to him, and here he had a set in stock, so he offered me a good price on them, and I took them. programmable ignition module from Dynatek. I think it's called the TC88 2000, which lets you set your own rev limit and your spark advance. So anyway, there are like 3 different profiles in this Dyna ignition module, A, B, and C. And the A profile runs from A32 up to A42. That is what would be setting your spark advance. They recommend to start at A36, and then if you don't hear any knocking or pinging, you can move up step by step to the A42, which I guess somehow might maximize your mileage or performance. So the last couple days I've been playing around with all those settings, and I can't honestly say I noticed any difference in performance. And I haven't been able to ride enough to see about the mileage, and I've definitely not heard any knocking or pinging. So at this point it's set up on the A36 setting, which is just about stock. Now, considering that the ignition that was on this bike from Harley is non-adjustable, I figure the A36 should be fine. Again, that would mimic the setting that was on the bike, you know, from the factory. You can always play with it further. I'll put a couple tanks of gas through it on this one, check the mileage, and then move up, check the mileage, etc., until I see if anything's actually changing. Now I swear, and so does my wife, that the engine sound of this bike has been magnified with this new set of cams in it. So I'm curious now. I know I've been on this road before, and probably more than once have posted this ride before, but I want to see if it's any noticeable on the video that the engine noise has been magnified. As far as feeling any different with these cams, it does seem more willing to accelerate, and it is smoother. Way less engine noise. I've not really been on interstate yet to see how it cruises above 70 been up to 75 locally here, and it's fine. It has more to give, but I haven't done that yet. So like I say, today's October 23rd. I'm supposed to go to 71 today. I think 71 or 72 tomorrow. And then 74 on Tuesday. So should have a few nice days for riding. Although there's a lot of yard work it's going to need done here in the next few weeks, that'll probably occupy my time. That looked all messed up. So I'll go somewhere else. I know this is a really short clip, but I'm really curious about how this engine sounds. So I'm gonna take a listen and I can come back out later. Well, here we are. Might as well shut it off.